Hi, this is Student Nick P, and this is Conjunctions 3. The conjunction today is being that. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. If someone says being that, it means, or could be substituted with the words since or because. So a lot of times instead of saying being that, you could say since or because, and it pretty much works the same way. Other possibilities are given that, seeing that, being as, or being as how. So you might also see these words used in exactly the same sense, or same use, same meaning. All right, let's continue. Now here's a note. Some, meaning, some people that, study language or experts in language. Some say being that, being as, or being as how. They say all those three are non-standard. I've kind of explained non-standard before. Basically, that's a nice way of saying improper or incorrect. But let's continue here. However, most dictionaries simply list it as informal. So, for example, words like gonna or wanna are definitely non-standard. And I do see those in dictionaries, and usually dictionaries do list those as non-standard. Those are very obviously non-standard. And, I don't recommend that people write them in, serious papers or, you got to be careful because somebody may judge your writing saying, he's not very educated in his grammar. But being that, I don't think is as serious. I don't know if most people think of it or recognize it as being non-standard. People that are sticklers or very serious about grammar are the ones that are more likely to say that being that is non-standard. And since I don't really see it listed in most dictionaries as non-standard, I see it usually listed as just simply informal, an informal phrase. I don't think it's as serious. But remember, you will hear people say that. So let's continue. But again, this is another one. Just like gonna and wanna, even though they're non-standard, I do think people should learn to recognize them because they are very, very common. Same with these phrases. Being that, you hear that a lot. Or being as how, all of the people say that all the time. So you definitely still need to recognize and understand them. Let's continue. All right, the phrase is believed to have formed as an ellipsis, either of it being so or it being true that. So, and again, remember, an ellipsis is the practice of leaving out one or more words of a sentence when it is not necessary for understanding. So it's kind of a shortening of those two phrases. That's how being that probably formed. And most people understand that's what you mean. When you say being that, you could almost, again, rephrase it as, it being so that, or it being true that. So kind of originated from those. All right, and we got 4 examples to show just how it's used. Being that it's raining, we should do an indoor activity. Now, you could easily say, since it's raining, we should do an indoor activity. Or because it's raining, yeah, fine. All of those are good. Being as how, given that, you could substitute all of those for exactly the same thing. Number 2, being that it is almost bedtime, don't start playing with it now. This is probably with children. Maybe they want to break out something that would take a long time to play with, and they need to go to bed very soon, maybe in 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And no, don't start that now. You can play with it tomorrow. Okay, good. Number 3, being that he is a vegetarian, a steakhouse is not a good choice for a restaurant to take him to. So since he's a vegetarian, that's not a good idea. Because he's a vegetarian, that's not a good idea. We should choose a different restaurant where he will have many more choices. Okay, number 4, being that he is already a teenager, he is too old for Mickey Mouse toys. So maybe somebody wanted to buy a toy for somebody's kid, and then they find out, well, he's not like 3 or 4 anymore. He's like 15, 16. So he probably doesn't want a Mickey Mouse toy. So since he's already a teenager, that's probably not a suitable toy for him, or because of that. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. I hope it was very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.